Okay, so I have my not saucepan, I forget, whatever, Dutch oven, whatever the heck you call this type of cooking pan. My mind is going blank right now. Dutch oven, I guess. So I have the heat on medium low, and I have 2 cups of milk that I'm pouring into my pan, and to that I'm going to add 1 cup of heavy cream. So I'm adding my 1 cup of heavy cream, and now I'm going to add 3/4 cup of my lavender sugar. Okay, so this is about my 3/4 cup of, look at all that lavender in there. And of course, just to you know, make it extra healthy, we have our ionized trace minerals. I mean, of course, you don't have to like go out and buy this. So I just kind of add a few tablespoons of that into the mix. And I'm not trying to like boil and curdle the milk. I just want to get it nice and incorporated and warmed until it just kind of starts to form little bubbles around the edges. So for that, you kind of have to stand here and babysit it and constantly stir it. So let me get my wooden spoon and start to stir this up. Okay, so I'm stirring this up. You don't have to stir it constantly, but you just want to make sure that the milk doesn't like burn. So you know, you can kind of let this rest, then come back and check it in about like 5 minutes, just to kind of see where the milk is and the cream and sugar. Oops. Okay, so I thought I was recording and I wasn't. So see how the edges are like kind of like bubbly, and there's like steam coming from the milk, and it feels thicker that I'm stirring it. So I turned off the heat, and now I'm going to take this off of this burner that I was cooking it. So now I'm just going to put a lid over this, and I'm going to let this cool probably for about 30 minutes, and then I'm going to add my 2 eggs to the mix and then heat it up again. Okay, I have 2 eggs here that I'm going to I like using a whole egg, even though other gelato recipes I've seen say just like use the egg yolk, but I like using the whole egg, the yolk and the egg whites, and not separating them out. So I'm going to use 2 whole eggs, and I'm going to whip those just a little bit and then add them to my milk and cream mixture. So I have my eggs here that I've beaten, and I'm taking them over to my that's my son in the background that's tearing up the kitchen. So I've taken it over to my milk and cream and sugar mixture, and because I've let this cool for about 30 minutes, then I can just pour my eggs right in there. So I'm going to turn the heat on to like medium low. I don't want it too high because I really want to let these eggs mix in here. So I'm just going to pour this in here like that, and I'm going to get started. I think I'm going to whisk this a little bit too, just to kind of give it a good stirring in. So I'm just, you know, kind of getting this in. And with this gelato, you don't need any flour or anything like that to thicken it up. So the egg and milk and sugar and cream will eventually begin to kind of make its own custard and thicken up as it's heated up. So you kind of have to babysit this because, you know, you have the eggs in there. You don't want like scrambled egg scrambled egg gelato. So stay tuned. Okay, so our mixture, see how it's coating the spoon? So that's when you know you're ready to take it off. So I'm going to take that off. Well, I'm going to turn off the heat too, and I'm just going to remove this from the the burner, and I'm going to let this sit for at least a couple of hours until it's like completely cooled off, and then we're going to transfer it into the refrigerator. Okay, so I have my Lavender Gelato milk mix fresh from the refrigerator, and I have my little mini countertop ice cream maker with a little frozen bowl inside, and I'm going to turn this on and pour the mixture in here and let it do the rest of the work for me. So I'm going to need 2 hands for this, but I'll just kind of show what that's looking like. Okay, so it's pretty much done. Like, you want it to be thick, like this. And so what I'm doing now is removing the paddle. See how thick that is? And you can actually serve the ice cream like this, with maybe like some fresh fruit on top, or you can kind of like mix in a little bit of fruit if you want, or if you want your ice cream to be a little more firm, transfer it to an airtight freezer container. So here is the finished product of the Lavender Gelato, a really quick and simple recipe. So I hope you enjoy. Ladies, did you like the Lavender Gelato? Yes. Bye.